Likely get tweaked a little bit out there, but 140 miles or so, 150 miles away from the town, from El Paso, but there it is right there, and that was the center. You can see Pecos right here, so right on the county border, that's where we're seeing the exact strength, the pinpoint of where that occurred, 29 miles from Pecos. So here it is on the scale, 2.5 to 5.4. Considered a minor earthquake, but as you can see here, some damage can be seen, and you can certainly feel that. A lot of folks have certainly felt that even here in town, so we're going to certainly follow up with that story, maybe talk to some folks here. But you get around a 5.5 to 5.9 up the scale, more of a moderate earthquake. So certainly this wasn't a just an earthquake that you can just kind of push aside there. We'll try to find out if we had some minor damage out in that area. But look at the temperatures, and it's certainly cold out. 51 in Deming. We have 48 in Las Cruces, 52 here in town, 25 in Cloudcroft. You see up there in Ruidoso at 32. But you got to factor in the winds because we have some wind chills going on, especially on the west side of town where the winds are a bit stronger. But we'll talk more about your forecast. Changes ahead. And we'll also talk about next week, your Thanksgiving Day outlook coming up.
All right, Doppler, thanks. And we are getting more reaction from our viewers on our ABC7 Facebook page. Let's take a look at some of the comments here. LG Nisi saying, I felt it. Antonio Ramos said, felt it here in Pebble Hills and Tierra Mina. Ruben Campos saying, I live on the west side and I felt it. Yes. Monica Mendoza saying, I felt the bed shake, laid down for a nap when it happened. She's in the northeast by Sheridan. And Jason Haddad saying, I was wondering how my chocolate milk got shaken and not stirred. We'd love to get your comments both on our ABC7 Facebook page and also on our Twitter page. And also, if you happen to have caught any video, if you've taken any video when this happened earlier this afternoon, send it to us through our share page at kvia.com. Also breaking this afternoon, the co-owner of a Las Cruces area restaurant accused of murdering his wife died this morning at the hospital. That's according to the Doña Ana County Sheriff's Office, which was notified by the El Paso Medical Examiner's Office. The suspect seen here, Bob Yacone, charged with first-degree murder after investigators say he shot and killed his wife, Kimberly Yacone, back in September at their home in Picacho Hills. Deputies were called out to the shooting after entering the home. Yacone got into a shootout with deputies. He was taken to the hospital here in El Paso, where he was last reported as recovering. The couple owned the Italian restaurant Forget About It, and this is body cam video we obtained from the Doña Ana County Sheriff's Office showing deputies called out to the Yacone home months before the shooting. At that time, he accused his wife of cheating on him, and she accused him of being paranoid. The husband of an employee at a home daycare is arrested and charged with 2 counts of indecency with a child. El Paso Crimes Against Children investigators say between March 2020 and this October, this man, 66-year-old Mark Rhodes, was a frequent visitor of Tessie's Home Daycare on the 3400 block of Freeport in East El Paso, where his wife worked. Police say Rhodes had sexual contact with 2 girls, both under the age of 10. Rhodes was arrested Monday. ABC7 reached out to the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. They are investigating the daycare to see if it is in compliance with minimum standards established by the state. And we're also checking with the State Health and Human Services Commission, which is in charge of regulating and licensing daycares. A missile that caused an explosion in Poland Tuesday likely originated in Ukraine, according to initial assessments by the U.S. The incident marks the first time a NATO member country was directly hit in the almost 9-month conflict in Ukraine. But Polish and NATO leaders say the blast appears to be an accident, the missile likely coming from Ukrainian forces defending against Russian attacks. Ukrainian President Zelensky says he is convinced the missile was not Ukrainian. Karen Kaifa is in Washington with the latest.
World leaders calling for calm as investigations into the explosion that killed 2 people in eastern Poland near the Ukrainian border Tuesday get underway.
We have no indication that this was the result of a deliberate attack.
Initial assessments by the U.S. indicate the Russian-made missile likely originated in Ukraine, according to 2 officials. The Poland blast came amid an intense barrage of Russian air attacks across Ukraine, following Ukraine's recent battlefield success. A U.S. official tells CNN the Ukrainian military said it attempted to intercept a Russian missile near that location in the same time frame, but it's unclear if that missile was the one that struck Poland. The Polish president said the blast was likely an accident, and NATO Secretary General added Ukraine is not at fault.
Russia bears ultimate responsibility as it continues its illegal war against Ukraine.
The missile stoked fear of a Russian attack on NATO member Poland, anxiety that has momentarily assuaged but underscores the situation's gravity.
The longer this war goes on, we will continue to be exposed to risks like this.
NATO allies resolving to bring an end to Russia's war.
Neither sheer force nor sham annexation attempts can defeat the determination of the Ukrainian people to live in a free and sovereign country.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
An investor of the now bankrupt cryptocurrency exchange FTX is suing celebrities that endorsed the platform. Today, lawyers for Edwin Garrison filed a lawsuit against FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried, as well as public figures like Tom Brady, Gisele Bündchen, and Steph Curry. The lawyer behind the proposed class action suit alleges FTX was a, quote, massive Ponzi scheme larger than the Madoff scheme, and he says it could have only been successful with the help of celebrities and influencers. FTX imploded last week, collapsing and filing for bankruptcy. Bankman-Fried also resigned as CEO of the giant cryptocurrency platform. The FDA is warning companies against selling illegal e-cigarettes that look like toys, food, and cartoon characters. The warning letters were issued to 5 firms for the unauthorized marketing of 15 different products. The products feature youth-appealing characters from TV shows, movies, and video games. They're designed to look like glow sticks, Game Boy devices, and walkie-talkies. Some even imitate food like popsicles. The FDA says if they don't correct the violations, there could be additional actions such as an injunction, seizure, and financial penalties. Well, it's something you don't see every day. An 11-year-old pulling up to a convenience store in a pink toy Hummer. Reporter Myra Franco went looking for the car and found it parked in a driveway.
I see this kid in a pink car and he's just like, he's owning it and he doesn't care who's around, and so I just thought that was pretty neat.
Eric Sapien says he was pumping gas at the Chino-With Get and Go Monday morning when he spotted the boy, and says he just had to record it.
What I noticed is when he got in, when he was leaving, he opened the door, he put his bag down, sat down. As he's backing out, he's looking over his shoulder, and to me, he looked like maybe 10, 11, 12, I don't know, but he looks like a great driver already.
Other customers told us they've seen the boy before. Another said he saw the video and thought it was funny. Photojournalist Armando Carreño and I drove around the neighborhood near the store to see if we would run into the young boy in the video. And we did. The little pink Hummer parked in the driveway.
Well, he really wasn't supposed to. He kind of snuck out. Sorry.
The driver, 11-year-old Jason Perez.
I was surprised. I had no idea.
About the video and the fact he snuck out Monday morning to buy
toys, fruit, and chicken and soda and this.
Jason, he struggles sometimes. He has some special needs. So he likes to get out and do his own thing every once in a while. So
we showed them the video. Mom Amy smiling over her son's skills, relieved he's okay.
He's not in trouble, right?
No, he's not in trouble.
Instead, he's now the talk of the town.
Give him a fist bump for me and tell him I owe him a Mountain Dew, because I just feel like he'd be a really cool kid to hang out with. Introduce him to my kids.
And that was Myra Franco reporting. And we want to wish Jason early happy birthday. He turns 12 on Sunday. Eric, I would imagine that he'll probably be making a few more runs for the Mentos and the chicken and the soda.
Nothing wrong with going for a joyride for your birthday.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Happy birthday. Well, coming up on ABC 7 at 5, we'll have more reaction to the magnitude 5.3 earthquake east of El Paso. And we're bringing you complete team coverage from East El Paso, where the county is dealing with the migrant surge, as well as in Las Cruces, where shelters are looking to help as many people as possible. Stephanie Vaya and I will have those stories and more coming up at the top of the hour. Mark?
Eric, thank you so much. And still to come, Doppler has your complete storm track weather forecast. And W.C. Fields once said, never work with children or animals. It's something this reporter will probably remember from now on.
Got your heart set on the perfect El Paso dream home? Crunching the numbers just got more complicated.
When you had a good stable job and all that, and you still can't afford a good home, that's kind of disappointing.
Is the El Paso housing market going from boom to bust?
The buyers don't have quite as much power as they had 3 years ago.
Watch Eric Elkin's special report on El Paso's housing market. Will the bubble burst? Thursday at 10, only on ABC 7. ABC 7, the official home of the UTEP Miners.
When you're ready to remodel your home or business, trust the Campos brothers at 5 Star Painting. From sheetrock, stucco, and carpeting repairs, we'll make sure everything is ready before we start the perfect paint job. Call us to get a free estimate on your next remodel. Campos 5 Star Painting.
Every day, the sun rises, and our food is safe to eat. Our legacies are honored, and our country protected. All thanks to federal employees. You are why GEHA offers the right health and dental plans at a fair price and one of the largest provider networks to best serve those who serve us all. GEHA.
Are your legs uncomfortable, fatigued, heavy, swollen? These are signs of vein disease and varicose veins.
Our Center for Venous Disease can help your legs feel better. You will be treated exclusively by board-certified doctors. We'll treat your symptoms and touch your heart.
Stop waiting to get better quality sleep. Now's your chance to save big on the top mattress brands at Mattress Firm. Feel the trusted support of Sealy. Experience the legendary comfort of Tempur-Pedic. Discover the one-of-a-kind craftsmanship of Stearns & Foster. Find better sleep today at Mattress Firm. During our Black Friday event, get $300 instant credit, free same-day delivery, and a 365-night happiness guarantee. Only at your locally owned Mattress Firm.
Welcome back. We have some breaking news just coming into our newsroom minutes ago. ABC News is reporting Republicans are projected to retake control of the House of Representatives. That marks a major victory for the GOP. That has been the chamber's minority since 2019, and it will be a blow to President Joe Biden's agenda in Congress. Democrats already won control of the Senate, securing 50 seats, with the opportunity to gain one more next month in the Georgia runoff. But Republicans, who will take over the House in January, will now be able to block White House legislative priorities, decide what bills come to the chamber floor, and have the opportunity to launch committee investigations into the Biden administration. And there will be much more on this coming up on ABC World News Tonight with David Muir at 5:30. A baby elephant got more than her 15 minutes of fame by stealing the spotlight from a reporter. Jeannie Most has this story.
Who isn't tickled pink when they see baby elephants? But this aspiring reporter was actually tickled.
And disrupting the circle of life.
As he tried to shoot a stand-up for Kenya Broadcasting Corporation.
Save our wild species and provide a home.
Posted one commenter, that elephant has a nose for news. Intern reporter Alvin Kaunda told Ghetto Radio he had done 10 takes trying to nail his stand-up when the elephant's trunk nailed him. I just felt the ticklish trunk, but tried to keep my cool. The elephant is an orphan named Kindani, living at the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust in Kenya. A keeper described her as one of the cleverest elephants he's ever met. Alvin learned a lesson I learned early on at my first job in TV.
Like my friend here.
Animals steal the show, be it pig or hippo.
She seems to like to be mocked. Okay, just kidding.
Instead of almost getting chomped, Alvin got trunked, and the pachyderm seemed to have an eye for the camera. All that exploring must have left the elephant wondering, what a tiny trunk you have, human. Jeannie Most, CNN, New York.
Turning now to Storm Track Weather, ABC 7 Chief Meteorologist Dalpade Spielman is here with your forecast.
It's cold out there, and if you're going to be heading out, a lot of you folks I saw had the jackets, certainly proper attire with these weather conditions that are out there, especially on the west side, because we have the wind stronger on the west side, so making it feel quite a bit colder. Not bad in Phoenix at 70, Tucson 67, but cooler for them, below average. And look at the rest of the state of Texas. I mean, colder than what we're at, 52. But look at Amarillo and Lubbock, Midland. Then you get in Austin and up around the Dallas area as well. Temperatures also in the lower 50s. So the state of Texas and New Mexico dealing with certainly the cold air in place. And look at the overnight lows. We haven't had the first official freeze as of yet. We're due, and it looks likely it's going to be coming our way tomorrow. So I know we've been telling you we're going to be, just right around it over the past couple of mornings, but it looks as though tomorrow morning, if you have the plants, some tender vegetation, you want to cover it up, certainly take it in if you're able to do that, because, boy, those temperatures are going to be quite chilly. Here's the highs tomorrow. We'll have more sunshine, and look at these temps. They're going to be working their way into the low and mid-50s, still below average for this time of year. We should be right around 65. And look at up in Oregon, 29. White Sands, 27. Sunland Park at 28 degrees to greet you in the morning. And here's your high temperatures by the afternoon. We're going to be looking at those temps primarily in the 50s across Doñana County. We talked about the clouds hanging around. This is 7 o'clock up until 7 o'clock. But as we make our way towards midnight, the clouds will get out of here, and we're going to have clear skies overnight. The winds will come down a little bit. We're not going to be strong winds tomorrow, but certainly there's going to be areas that is going to be rather cold, especially out on the east side of town. The west side, we may continue with some breezes, maybe just a tad warmer. But Friday, we're going to be watching a cold front. This front's going to make its way through here, and that's the front that is going to cool us down as we make our way into Saturday. Saturday, it does not look like we're going to get out of the 40s, but next week, temperatures will gradually warm into the 60s. This is your Thanksgiving Day. 66, mainly sunny skies. We talked about this last year. We were 52. It was cloudy. We even had some sprinkles out there. So 29 will be the overnight low. Again, anticipating the first freeze of the season. 54 expected for tomorrow. You guys in Las Cruces down to 24. A hard freeze for you. Your high temperature tomorrow will make it up to about 51 degrees. Watch over the next several days. So here we go, 54, 56. Here comes the front Friday. Winds will kick up 48 in here on your Saturday. 52 expected on Sunday. 56 on Monday. Then we break out in the 60s. That'll feel nice. Tuesday and Wednesday, as I mentioned, some mid-60s on Thanksgiving Day, Mark.
All right. Thank you very much, Doppler. And it is time